guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so yesterday I was baking and then I had a cake spill. It's almost like an oil spill, just less serious. Okay, so I hate when my cake spills. Like, I hate it because like it makes your oven smoke, and then the smokiness kind of smells in the cake you're baking, and then it kind of fuels your kitchen if you don't open your window, and then it messes up the oven for you. Like it's just a mess. Like, it's just something you hate. I hate when my cake spill because it's just so messy. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how I deal with cake spills and how I clean my oven, so you can learn how to clean yours too, so it can always stay clean, because my oven is always clean. And I see most people's ovens maybe when I watch TikTok videos and I'm like, ew, yuck, like how did you let it get that bad? The trick to having a clean oven all the time is to never let it get grimy, because if you leave it, it will get grimy. So when you have a cake spill, you want to leave it to dry out. Like, you want to leave the oven on for like maybe 1 hour. Just let it dry out, so like the cake can, like, it won't be sticky when you're packing it. It will be like, it will have formed like a cookie at the bottom of your oven, which makes it a lot easier to clean. So all you need is just to use something to scrape it off. So I'm sorry, I was kind of trying to film with one hand and trying to, clean the oven with another, so it wasn't very stable. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. So like I said initially, once your cake spill, don't try to clean it immediately, because it will create a bigger mess, and I hate messes. Yeah, so what you want to do is just leave it there and let it dry. Let the spill dry. That way it will be a lot easier for you to evacuate and stuff, so it won't be sticky and just messing up the whole place. So look at the spill. Imagine how much of somebody's cake order spilled. So usually when I have a cake spill, I have to bake another cake, because at this point it's no longer the same amount of cake the customer will get. So once you remove the the spillage that has dried out, you want to take your anti-grease. You should have an anti-grease in your house. Like, it's one of these chemicals for cleaning. It's like for greasy surfaces, and like you bake in your oven and everything, so it's greasy. So this is what basically prevents your oven from becoming those dark grimy ovens you see on TikTok. And I'm like, okay, your house is so pretty, why is your oven this messy? Anyways, so you want to spray it inside and then turn your oven on for like 20-30 minutes to like maybe 100 degrees, so like the heat and the chemical can really work on the surface of your dirty oven and everything. So once I'm done, you want to take a sponge, like an iron sponge, and then a bowl with water in it, like water and soap, and then start to scrub. So I'm starting from the bottom of the oven this time, and I like to go to the sides as well. Like, I like to scrub the bottom, the sides. The only part I don't scrub in my oven is the top, and that's because it has like it has a grill on top. So if your oven has a grill on top, you want to make sure you don't scrub the top, because that way you're going to spoil your grill. There's some things that hold it in place that shouldn't get rusty, or I don't know how to explain it. So try to maybe use a napkin to wipe the top, and not use iron sponge and water. And another thing I want to advise you is, if you have an oven that has some electrical fault, you want to make sure you turn off the lights before you scrub. Otherwise you're going to be electrocuted, and it is not me that taught you. So if you think your oven has some or maybe you're not sure, just turn it off before you start to scrub. Yeah. Okay, so in my case, this oven is perfect. So I turned on the light so I can see the inside, and so you guys can see what I'm filming and stuff. And I'm scrubbing. I like to scrub inside and out. So you want to scrub the inside and also scrub the outside. Like, those edges can easily get brown and grimy, like, after a while. And the more you don't wash it, like, if you don't clean it often enough, the grease will pile up and it will become really difficult. So those ovens that you see that they are very brown even though they've been cleaned, is because they allowed the whatever to pile up and just be grimy and stuff, and they're just disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, so I like to clean the glass also, so like you can see the front. Like, you want to scrub every part of your oven, basically, like scrub it with iron sponge and scrub it real hard. Like, I think I had to drop the phone at some point because like it wasn't letting me scrub. And you want to go in between those corners, like where like the bolt that holds the door is, and you want to scrub the inside, because you don't want any part of your oven to be grimy. Okay, so now that we are done scrubbing, I'm going to show you how to wipe it clean. But before then, I want to clean the back where the fans are. and you want to be careful not to put too much water at that point. So I had to drop the phone and just take my iron sponge and just really scrub it. Okay, so now that I'm done scrubbing, all you have to do is take a wet sponge, and just try to wipe off. Notice we're not pouring water into our oven because it's an electrical appliance, and you don't want it to start shocking or to start having, like, pouring water and electrical appliances do not go, even though it's an oven and you have to clean it. So you have to be careful how you clean it. So what I'm just doing right now is taking a sponge and squeezing out the water at intervals, and then just wiping off the soap suds in the oven and stuff. So once you're done doing that, I'm going to show you how to clean the back. So I'm cleaning the front, the back, and everywhere, basically. If you notice, you can see some like a brown line of like grimes, like just seeping out from under. And that's because like you sprayed that thing first. If you spray the anti-grease, it like kind of like the greases, like those grease that already got stuck, will start to get soft and start to flow. So that makes your work like a lot easier. So I hope you guys can see how much water I still have in my oven, even though I'm squeezing the sponge before using it. So that's what we're going to be doing. See how nasty that side is? Yeah, that's the point of that degreasing liquid, because what it does is it brings like all the the grease in the corners, it softens it and brings it out for you. Okay, so now I'm done wiping the inside, so I'm going to wipe the mirrors and the corners and the outside of the oven. Like, once you're done doing that, I'm going to show you the next thing to do. The most important thing to remember here is you don't want to pour water in your oven, because it is going to like give you electrical fault, or it's going to shock you, and then there's going to be a problem. Okay, so now that I'm done, yeah, and I already washed my rack, don't worry. So I'm going to take a napkin and dip it in clean water, and then squeeze the napkin just like we did with the sponge, and then I'm going to start to wipe just like we did with the sponge from top to bottom. And you want to wipe every part, because we're not going to be rinsing this oven, because it is not a plate. We're not washing plates, we're cleaning an electrical appliance, so you have to bear that in mind. So I'm just going to wipe the sides, and wipe the back where the fan is. That's the tricky part because of the fan and everything. So, and you want to make sure when you're spraying your anti-grease, you're not spraying directly into the fan, because it will affect the lubrication of the the metal whatever in the fan, and then it starts to make noise. I didn't know this for a long time. I used to wonder, like, how come when I start using an oven, after a while it starts to make noise? That's because you're spraying that thing into the fan, and then it's going to clog it and then start to make noise, like when it's trying to roll and stuff, and you don't want that. So when you're spraying on the back, you have to be very careful. Okay, now that we are done wiping inside the oven, we're going to wipe the outside and every part, like the corners and stuff. Okay, so guys, I hope this video is useful to you, because I don't know, I'm gonna realize that my best videos on YouTube are the ones that just like that were flukes. Those ones I just made out of, oh, I'm doing this, let me film it, maybe to help someone. So I hope you guys find this video useful, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up in the where they give thumbs up and stuff, and leave me a comment. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so now if you notice, we finished wiping everything. So I like to wipe, like, just wipe it down one more time, every corner, like the sides, the top. I remember, like I told you, the bottom is the top of the oven is, there's a grill there, so I'm very careful. I don't spray anything there, and I don't use iron sponge to wash it, because basically nothing touches it except steam. So you just want to wipe it with your napkin and everything, and that's all you have to do basically. And once you're done, like with the inside of the oven, you want to wipe the outside, because the outside has to be clean and sparkling at the same time. So, and if you notice, you see there's some lines in between the glass. That's because there is a glass before the outside glass, and I don't know how to remove it, so I can't clean that part. So I don't usually clean that part, because I'm not an electrician or anything. So if you notice, I already scrubbed down my rack, like that was what I did first. So you want to wash your rack, and this is like the hardest part to wash, because it has those lines are kind of, you have to like scrub them individually, so that makes it a little bit hard. But once you like do it often, you get used to it, and it won't be so brown and dirty. You see some people's racks, like when they make TikTok, especially TikTok videos, like they are so brown and like the kitchen is so clean. How is your oven so nasty? Anyways, that sounds judgmental. I'm not trying to judge you. Please clean your ovens and stuff. Thank you guys so much. Now I'm just wiping the outside, and then we are done. Yeah, I'm wiping the outside and the corners and everything, because I like a clean oven. I like a clean space basically. Thank you guys so much for always watching my videos, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, come on. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future videos. See how sparkling, let me turn on the light so you can see, like, see how sparkling it is inside. Yeah, so if you wash it often enough, it won't be brown and grimy and disgusting. Okay, no more judgment. See you next time.